When Whoopi Goldberg demanded that her missing chips be brought out on set, she abruptly stopped the view. Whoopi expressed her opinion about how awful the field looked during Super Bowl LVII in one segment of The View. She said, "I'm saying it, and I know you don't care, but I care, okay?" As Whoopi looked straight into the camera, the audience cheered. But Whoopi glanced around, wondering where her munchies were, before she went on. "Where are my chips anyway? Where are my chips and other items?" In response, a producer said, "They're coming, they're coming." "It's the beginning of the show," with impatience, Whoopi said. Then she yelled, "Come on." "That's great," a producer said as he left carrying a platter of goodies. Sarah Haynes and Whoopi eagerly started to eat as he positioned the tray between them. Whoopi Goldberg was criticized by the View viewers for her annoying conduct on Monday's broadcast. The moderator's noisy eating on the show has drawn criticism from viewers, and the producers have been criticized for supporting her behavior. Whoopi requested that the staff bring out some chips and dip for her and the other hosts to consume shortly after the start of The View on Monday. As soon as the meal was brought to the table, she immediately began to eat. The audience could hear Whoopi crunching the chips as she continued to eat them, while her co-stars talked about their fondest Super Bowl recollections. "Seeing food in a host's mouth is not cool," one irate fan said on Twitter. "I still don't understand why they stuff their faces during a segment when they have to talk," wrote another astonished viewer. "Whoopi is chomping down on those chips," a third person yelled. "All of that crunching is audible." Another person said, "We can hear crunching in our ears." One admirer pleaded, "Please stop giving Whoopi food to eat while on air. She is unable to speak and eat with grace. #disgusting. On Friday, fans criticized the other hosts for acting similarly. The others on the show savored some Super Bowl-themed food while Whoopi, as usual, was out that day. Joy Behar gave a brief overview of the show and its plot. She made announcing, "All hour long, Jeff Morrow, the chef, will be showing us how to prepare super easy Super Bowl sandwiches for your pregame tailgate party." As the hosts began to eat, Jeff was positioned to the side. There were numerous instances on the broadcast where each host tried a different sandwich while sampling some of the exciting possible Super Bowl fare. However, many of the spectators who tuned in were not pleased with this. One person commented, "The co-hosts eating in front of the audience, and the audience typically receiving only juice boxes and stale food is really impolite. You can afford to feed the audience at The View." "I hate to watch these people eat," said another commenter. "I'm going to get some food for myself. If I recall, watch this whenever I want. Incredibly dull, uninspired, and a waste of time. I hope that no one viewing this show is starving." "Kinda thought about how folks say about how they eat in front of the audience," said a third viewer, criticizing the hosts. In the meantime, Whoopi interrupted a co-host to ask if she should do the bye-bye before to a commercial break. The View hosts discussed the ongoing tragedy in Turkey following the devastating earthquakes that killed hundreds of people on Thursday's broadcast. Whoopi Goldberg, the moderator, was the first to encourage viewers to try to help in any way they could and to commemorate the victims who had died. "I will say this about Americans. It's terrible when it occurs anywhere. We do go and we do help when we witness things like this. Yes, we do. Whatever we can do then." However, Whoopi stopped to stare straight into the camera before she could continue to explain her ideas. "What?" she inquired, as if addressing a crew member. "Should I do the bye-bye?" she asked, tilting her body to the left as the other panelists appeared perplexed. Alyssa Farah Griffin was the first to start laughing at this, and the other hosts soon followed. Whoopi calmly stated, "We'll be right back," as the camera panned across the table and she peered into it. She reiterated, "We'll be right back," as the show cut to commercial. She probably forgot to signal a break because she was so engrossed in the chat. However, the remainder of the show proceeded smoothly.